least now we know the strategist is home.
Fuck you and your friends.
What's up guys, Philip Thomas here, and by the time you're watching this video it will be Wednesday, February 19th, and I will be in lovely 70-degree weather. But for now, I'm stuck here in the cold in Chicago, and it's cold, and don't mind my mess back here. I will be taking some things with me, including my golf clubs. So excited. But today I wanted to get out this video to you guys because you guys have been so awesome in supporting the channel and leaving comments and likes. So keep it up, guys. It's really awesome to see how quickly this channel is coming together, and the community is even better. So if you guys aren't part of the community, jump into the Discord, say hello, meet some other Division agents that love running missions and PvP and everything together, and it's really turning into something awesome. So thank you guys for that. Today's video, I'm going to be going over my raid build, my PvE build. It is a skill build, and it's nasty, and I'm excited to share it with you. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of clips of what this bad boy can do, and then we will go over the gear and some of the talents and everything that I'm running on here, and what I'd kind of like to do to it eventually as we get going. And I'll probably do like a Raid Build 2.0 video once I get everything kind of dialed in. This is kind of like a rough draft of a blueprint of what I'm using right now. So hopefully you guys like the clips. Let's check it out, and I will see you in just a minute. Welcome to the event center. As you can see, I am also working on my field research, the firewall level 4, and one of the requirements is to kill the guy at the end, destroying his backpack before I kill him. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out 2 birds with 1 stone with this video. Also, I ran this one a little bit earlier, and I wanted to post the clip after this. After we go through the gear and everything, I'll show you the clip of how to do the fiery salute requirement. Super easy. This is the best mission to do this on because there are special ammo everywhere. Special ammo crates are everywhere on this mission. So I'm going to kind of chop through this mission, show you guys some clips of how this build is kind of working. It's so much fun. If you don't have a skill build, I suggest having one just for PvE even. And also there is a PvP version of this build that I'll do a separate video for, strictly PvP for this build. So let's get in here, and again I'm going to kind of chop through this mission just to show you some clips of the damage this has done and to get this firewall done too as well. So let's get into it.
Fire detected.
Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed those quick clips just to kind of demonstrate the build. It's a skill build, Seekers, Hive, nothing new, nothing special, just a lot of damage. So let's take a look under the hood at this build. We're going to start off with the Honey Badger. Now this isn't the highest damage Honey Badger that I have, however the talents are what I need them to be. This kind of makes up for that low damage is the Sadist. It gives 30% weapon damage to bleeding enemies, and as you know, the Secret Mine as well as the Hive put that bleed effect on your enemies. Next up, Allegro for that rate of fire, and Protected Deploy because bonus armor when your skills are deployed is never a bad idea. And then next up, I put on the Eagle Bearer. Everyone knows the Protected Fire. You got to have that extra armor when you're engaging enemies. And then third off for my sidearm, I have the Technician Pistol for Spike, the headshot damage that grants 35% skill damage when you kill an enemy with that headshot. So then next up, we are running 3-piece Summit Alps, and we will start off with the mask. I am running the mask with 51 damage to elites and empowered. I've got more skill power as well on the utility mod slot. Next piece of the Summit Alps is the backpack. I am running 30% skill haste with 25k armor, perfect tech support, 30% skill damage, and capacitive. And then I've got a couple of mods on here. I've got the 137 skill power with explosive damage, as well as 104 skill power with 4% reload speed. Next up is the chest piece. We have the 40k armor and 507 skill power. And of course, this is the PvE version, so I have 25% damage to elites. The offensive mod, I'm just running a little bit of weapon damage and damage to health. Nothing super special in that third slot. Next up, I am running the Badger Tough Holster Ammo Dump from the Firewall release. It does the 7% damage to elites for being Badger Tough, as well as 46% skill haste, and then perfectly reassigned. It adds 6 rounds of random special ammo, and it's super nice when you get that bleed effect, and that happens every 30 seconds. And then for the utility mod, I am running 111 skill power with burn damage and bleed damage. So those are always awesome, especially you'll get lucky and it'll set the enemies on fire. And then of course, you know, bleed an extra 2.5% on that is always nice as well. Last but not least is the Kneepads. I am running these for the 10% skill power as well as 22% skill haste, and then surge for that extra skill haste. And then on this, I just put the extra 6% assault rifle. You guys can put whatever mods you want in there, but that's what I was looking for with a little bit more AR punch, since my Honey Badger isn't max roll as far as damage. And of course, you cannot run a skill build without the BTSU gloves. I am running a 118 skill power with 3% bleed damage boost. And then down here, I'm running 77 skill power and 158 Hive skill power. And then in the defensive mod, I just threw a 4.5% total armor in there. And I do not believe I went over my mods in the chest. Let me do that real quick. Offensive mod is just damage to health. The utility mod, I threw in 4% bleed damage and 1.5% explosive damage, and a little bit extra skill power never hurts anybody. And then in the chest, 2,367 armor plus 5% total armor and 1.5% health on that. So this is a pure PvE build with the high damage to elites. I mean, I've got 0 crit chance and 0 crit damage, which is complete opposite from what I want to run when I'm doing PvP. When I do the PvP, my crit chance is a lot higher, my crit damage is a lot higher, my bleed damage is a lot higher, and I'll kind of go into that in the PvP version of this video, which will be posted sometime next week. I did want to point out, damage to elites does not have to be 100%. 80 plus, you're fine. You're talking 20%, but then you've got to remember that your weapon damage, when they're bleeding, that adds 30%. So you're going to cap at damage to elites at some point. So 80 and above, you're good to go there. You don't really have to worry about it. As far as the 50% pulse resistance, that's just from, you know, the specialization. You could run hazard protection. You could throw some on there, but you know what? In PvE, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, you just put stop, drop, and roll or something else on there. Then I want to break down into the Seekers. We'll do it from here. It's a little bit better to look at it from here. So in the Seeker Mines, I'm running the clusters. I've got 9 mines. Since this is PvE, it does 342,647 damage. That's all that really matters. I mean, in here, I've just got a couple mods here. I got 6 extra mines. I've got the 311 skill power, and then the 95.1% damage. Nothing like godly or crazy or anything like that. And let's jump over to the Hive real quick. The Hive, I'm running 77.5 damage. I'm running the 90% radius. If you guys missed this at the vendor, I am so sorry. This thing is amazing. 90% radius. And then the next thing here is the 84.2% charges. It gives me about 15 charges. Oh, it says right there, gives me about 15 charges, and it's a lifesaver. If you did want to tweak this a little bit more, you could throw more damage on. I do have another 79.9 damage on there, but I feel like having more charges is never a bad idea. You can get more enemies in PvE. They put out enough damage as it is, so you're not really missing anything there. I'm currently sitting at 283k armor, 28k health. My skill power is 3086 and the Hive is 3016. As you know, 3000 is enough to do anything that you need it to do when it comes to PvE. I'm running 3 reds, 4 blues, and 11 yellows. And this thing is awesome. And again, I'll go into the PvP version of this build. There's more bleed damage, run 2-piece ongoing directive for that bleed damage, and I've got a couple other pieces, but I'll get into that in the PvP version of this build next week. I'm going to leave you with that tip on the salute, the fiery salute challenge, since the other clips were from missions on the firewall. I don't think I'm going to do a video on the firewall challenges because I've seen a couple of them, and with you being able to track it on screen, there's not really much mystery there. So I'm not going to do that, but I will show you the thing that gave me the hardest time was the burning enemy salute until I figured that out. So that clip will be right after this. That's how I'll close the video out, with that clip, and go from there. So guys, meet me in the comments. Let me know what kind of skill builds you're using. If you think a PvP version of this video would help you guys out, let me know in the comments. Smash the like button. I cannot wait to get back to, when you see this video, it's going to be the 19th. I've got 3 more days till I get home. I'm excited to get home, do some more live streams and some more vendor videos. I apologize. Tomorrow there will be no, or yesterday there will be no video on the vendor resets because I'm out of town, but the following week we'll be right back on schedule, everything back to normal. I'm gonna get out of here, stop talking, wasting your time. Have a good one, guys, and play a whole bunch of Division because I won't be able to. Take care.